What's going on, everybody? Vince Goodrum here. It is Monday evening. The reason why I'm making this video is because recently Stephan Bonnar, legendary MMA fighter, has passed away due to a heart complication. But, there's been a lot of misinformation that's being reported about that. And not only that, there's a couple of things that's gone on that's really pissed me off here. So, you folks stay tuned to this video, and I'm going to just break it down like a Lego here. Just saying. First off, these news outlets are reporting that he had a heart attack, but they seem to be leaving out, well, what caused the heart attack. Now, Stephan Bonnar was 45 years old, and people at the age of 45 don't die of a heart attack. How do I know? Well, Stephan Bonnar was born April 4th, 1977. I was born April 6th, 1977. We both came into the world right around the same time, 48 hours apart, literally, But getting back on the subject, people that are at the age of 45 don't just drop dead of a heart attack. So chances are he likely passed away due to some sort of drug overdose there. If anything, definitely drugs were involved. It's been well documented that he's had opioid problems for many years. And obviously, it's due to all the fights that he's been in, as well as extending his fighting career with anabolic steroids here. So he's definitely been through the ringer. And to deal with all that pain, much like any football player or any other athlete in contact sports, he took opioids in order to help out with the pain, And it got a lot worse, obviously, when COVID happened. The gym was closed, and which that's actually happened to a lot of people, a lot of relapses and stuff like that. So chances are, definitely opioids had something to do with it. But clearly he was, that was just pretty much, after a period of time, your body just wears down from all the abuse that you give it there, whether it's from the fighting, whether it's from drug use, whether it's from the anabolic steroids, that all played a part into his death, But one big thing that also played a part into his death is the lack of help that Stephan got. There's a lot of people that made a shitload of money on him fighting and sponsoring products and stuff like that. And this guy has a drug problem, and you don't lift a finger for him. And all of a sudden, now that he's passed away, all these people up there saying, man, he was a great fighter. I'm going to support his family in any way. And it's bullshit. They're not going to send his family any money, It's very important, folks, to help people out while they're still alive. He's had these drug problems for many years. Many years. I mean, he tested positive for steroids, but they just kept pushing him back in the ring. Just go ahead and take one more fight. Take one more fight. Take one more fight. And once he couldn't take any more fights, they just threw him out in the garbage there with Oscar the Grouch, So hopefully Stephan's family is taken care of. But in addition to that, there needs to be some changes in the MMA community, a whole bunch of changes, starting with taking care of the athletes, after their career is finished. No different than the NFL. The NFL, a lot of those old school veterans there from the 70s and 80s that are all banged up with head injuries they're I mean, they're all messed up, and at one time they weren't getting help, and nowadays they're getting, the newer players that are coming in, there's better equipment and better medical aid for those people. And that should be the same, especially for something like MMA, because MMA is, even though it's a shorter career usually than an NFL career, that's actually negligible. Most MMA fighters, they'll go for a couple of years, but you have exceptions like Stephan Bonnar, who fought for many years. But for the most part, regardless as to how much time an MMA fighter was in the ring, they simply need to be taken care of. That didn't happen for Stephan Bonnar. Hopefully, it happens for the future MMA fighters that decide to take up the sport. But that's all I got to say on this. Like and subscribe to the Vince Goodrum channel. Click the link below. Also visit vincegoodrum.com. As always, peace and soul.